Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Okay, so before we start today's lesson, may I request Miss Rochelle to lead a prayer. Okay, please stand, everyone. Everyone, please stand. So before you sit down, let's have an energizer first. So are you ready? Yes. Hey guys, let's do a round movement. Aram sam sam, aram sam sam, guli 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 guli. Aram sam sam, aram sam sam, guli 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 guli. Aram sam sam, aram sing, guli 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 guli. Aram sam sam, aram sing, guli 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 guli. Aram sam sam. Now kids, let's do it faster. Aram sam sam, aram sam sam, guli 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 guli. Aram sam sam, aram sam sam, guli 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 guli. Aram sam sam, aram sing, guli guli guli. Aram sam sam, aram sing, guli 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 guli. Aram sam sam. Okay, let's speed it up. Aram sam sam, aram sam sam, guli guli guli. Aram sam sam, aram sam sam, aram sam sam, guli 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 guli. Aram sam sam, aram sing, guli 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 guli. Aram sam sam, aram sing, guli 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 guli. Aram sam sam. Do it a bit faster. Aram sam sam, aram sam sam, guli 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 guli. Aram sam sam, aram sam sam, aram sam sam, guli 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 guli. Aram sam sam, aram sing, guli 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 guli. Aram sam sam, aram sing, guli 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 guli. Aram sam sam. Okay, so before we proceed to our new topic or lesson, let's have first a recap on our last discussion. So, who among you here can define globalization? Okay, no, Miss Julissa. Globalization refers to the interconnectedness or interdependence of societies, economies, cultures across the globe. Yes, very good. Globalization, it refers to the interconnectedness of economies, culture, and society. Very good, Miss Junisa. And then, ano pa? Ano pang na-discuss natin last meeting? Okay, Miss Morano?
Also, the global literacy, it means it aims to
Sige,
global literacy, it means aims to address issues of globalization in diversity and social injustice.
okay, very good. Kailangan nating maging global literate so that we can what? Address issues globally and so we're not ignorant of what's happening inside the world. Okay, so now let's now proceed to the global characteristics. Okay, so as a global citizen, we should display most or all of the following characteristics. First, kindly read.
Respect for humans no matter their race, gender, religion, or political
Yes, that's right. Why we have to respect other religion, race, gender, or other humans? Why? Okay, Florami.
Why we need to work with is to have peaceful environment.
Yes, very good. We have to have this unity amidst diversity. We have to respect them so that we will be united and we will be we will be equally united amidst our diversities or differences. Next is respect for diversity and various perspectives. So as what I said earlier, we have to we need to have this a unity amidst diversity. And then promoting sustainable patterns of living, consumption, and production. What do you mean by this? Any hand? Any hand? Yes, Miss Jesseline. Promoting sustainable patterns of living, consumption, and production. Why? Why we should sustain patterns of living? Why? Bakit?
We have to promote sustainable patterns of living, consumption, and production so that we can keep on living. Because if we do not sustain those, especially the natural resources, we will end up having nothing, or the next generation will have nothing to consume in their generation.
Yes, that's right. Kasi pag hindi natin masusustain yung yung patterns of living natin, paano na? Mabubuhay pa ba? Even us, in this generation, pag hindi natin masustain, sa tingin nyo, mabubuhay pa ba tayo? Hindi. Next is appreciate the natural world and demonstrate respect towards the rights of all living things. Then the next. So let's now proceed to the importance of globalization. So first, the global village. We should be incredibly aware of what is happening anywhere around the world. So for example, sa mga global issues natin, kagaya ng wars, ano pa, pandemic, ano pa? What else? What else? War, pandemic. Dapat tayong maging aware kasi for instance, tayo na pala yung susunod na gigirahin. Tapos wala tayong alam kasi illiterate tayo sa mga global issues. Wala tayong kahit katiting na alam. So dapat, pagtuunan natin ng pansin yung kung anong nangyayari sa paligid natin, what's up. Okay, so next. Next, social awareness. Spreading news and facilitating globalization, keeping us up to date and knowledgeable about current events, facilitated raising awareness of issues which can lead to great social change. So, social awareness. So, dapat tayong maging yes, mapanulit. Ano pa? Sa mga social issues na or social news na mga, di ba, mayroong mga fake news, mga fake global issues na nababasa natin online. Yes. Gaya na, may mga articles na okay, so we have to be socially aware of what's happening. Even, di ba, dapat tayong maging maging aware sa nangyayari sa outside social media. So, dapat din tayong maging aware what's happening inside social media kung may nasasagap na ba tayong news na fake news pala yun, na matay na daw si Chris Aquino. Yan, yung mga, hindi ka ng ginera na daw yung ano pa, yung may war daw sa, hindi na, may war daw sa ibang bansa na hindi naman talaga naganap. Yun, dapat tayong maging aware sa mga sa mga news online. The next is, can you read everyone?
Personal communication. Connected to our friends and families in various parts of the world. Example, telephone and social media. Reach out to loved ones immediately and for a minimal cost anytime we need. Constantly updated about what is going on in their lives through social media.
Of course, we all know personal communication because ginagawa natin to panghanap ng hindi. Pang communicate sa loved ones natin. For example, meron kayong OFW na family member, madali kayong makaka-access o makakapag-communicate sa kanya kahit nasa malayong parte siya ng mundo. Kasi, meron na tayong tinatawag na mga technology to support our means of communication. And then next is free trade. Can you read everyone?
Building and spreading of business. Businesses to set up manufacturing and administrative units outside of their homeland.
So, ito yung tinatawag natin na pag-aangkat trading. Di ba may sa ibang bansa, may na tayo doon mga businesses like yung Jollibee, nakarating na siya sa ibang panig na bansa. Di ba, originally Jollibee is from the Philippines. Yes! Oh my God! Yes, Jollibee is from the Philippines. Originated. And then, other products like ketchup, ano pa? Ketchup, ano pa? Basta marami pa. And then, other countries yung mga French fries, mga KFC, hindi yan sa atin ang galing, pero na-trade nila sa bansa natin. Yan yung free trade. Okay, so, next.
Economic opportunities. Earning a livelihood manifold. People travel and relocate to foreign countries in search for employment and education. Look for opportunities elsewhere and make them as they come. Pursue disciplines and work fields of our own choice in other countries.
So, di ba ito yung gusto natin, makakatapos ng pag-aaral para maka-abroad. Makapunta sa ibang bansa at doon humanap ng trabaho. Or even yung mga exchange students and exchange teachers natin dito. Diba, in-exchange yung ibang country para mapunta dito at tayo naman mapunta sa ibang country. Dito din, maaano natin yung mga OFWs natin, mga caregiver, mga ano pang trabaho na meron sa ibang bansa. Kaya nga yung Philippines, yung mga best people natin dito, parang pinapadala sa ibang bansa. Doon sila nagtatrabaho, yung mga doctors, nurses. Kaya nga, yung mga napupunta sa atin dito, yung mga nabilindere, di kaya sila, ay kanang murag, kanang effective sila, but yung mga super effective, nandun na sa ibang bansa. Kasi, yun nga, economic opportunities, kung saan yung mas malaki ang sweldo, kung saan sila, kasi practicality na to para makasustain yung way of living natin. Kasi pag wala tayong gagawin dito, hindi tayo walang mangyayari. Kaya yung iba, yung sabi mo kanina, Gladys, sustainability, yes, that's right. The next is, okay, so, any questions about globalization, characteristics and the importance of globalization? Okay, so, questions? Nan, so I have a question. Why why is globalization important? Bakit? Yes, Almar.
For me, globalization is important because for us to uh, for us to be aware and also to develop, no, not just focus only one in our country, but also to influence without other countries so that we will know and we will exchanging ideas. So that's why. But
Yes.
also, we should be aware kasi pareha din sa China, di ba? Without knowing the literacy globalization, hindi natin malayan. Kinuha na pala yung Philippines Sea. No, ano yan? Dapat mag-ano talaga tayo, aware.
Yes, very good. You should be aware. Ano pa? Yes, Miss Gladys. You're raising your hand. Sige na, Miss Gladys. Why is globalization important? Based on what we have discussed.
Globalization is really important for us to be connected in terms of diba sa economic education, through globalization, napapalago niya kung ano yung alaman na meron tayo. And through globalization, we can explore the world, no? Through our, ano din, nakakatulong siya para maging tayo ng knowledge about their culture, about their education, and also, globalization helps us to have a sustainable life. Through globalization, we can say na nakaka-help sila for us to survive. Kasi I believe, hindi natin kaya mag-stand alone. We need help.
Yes.
And globalization helps us to have a sustainable life.
Yes, that's right. Kasi pag walang globalization, ano nang mangyayari sa Philippines? Okay, so now let's proceed to our next topic, globalization in relation to education, to be discussed by Ms. Rochelle.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
This time I will discuss the globalization in relation to education. So everyone, kindly read.
Globalization and education enhance to affect one another through mutual goals of preparing young people for successful futures, during which their nations will grow increasingly connected.
Globalization. Globalization has a big impact in education by fostering interdependence of ideas, information, and resources in a global space. Globalization also can lead internationalization of education through various channels such as exchange of students, collaboration with educational institutions worldwide, and also to disseminate the diverse education perspective. So, diba, as we all know nowadays that mayroon ng mga international exchange student. So, diba, yung mga estudyante have opportunity to study abroad, para to learn, hindi ka na diba, alam na natin na if sa ibang country, mas advanced sila doon, kaya may mga estudyante nga, pinipili nila nga doon sa ibang country mag-aaral kasi advanced nga. So, in that way, the student can gain new knowledge. Oo, di ba?
We're getting the particular.
Oo, di ba? Globalization enhances student ability to acquire and utilize knowledge. Diba, as I said earlier, that in that way, the student can gain or can utilize knowledge in another country. Diba, advance ka sila. So, kaya, makaka-gain sila ng new knowledge na learning. Diba? So, globalization also adapt and apply knowledge to take
independently to exercise appropriate judgment and to collaborate with others to the extent of youth inclusion. So, globalization also can collaborate, di ba? Exchange student na sila, di ba? Pwede din sila mag-collaborate with other students in that particular country, di ba? In that country, for example, yung estudyante natin sa Pilipinas, di ba, may mga natutunan din sila na i-apply din nila doon sa ibang estudyante. So, di ba, sila dalawa yung give and take lang ba na information or exchange ideas, information, so globalization also integrates technology so that students can access technology to access diverse educational content and also they can collaborate with their co-student. Kaya with the help of technology, mas mapadali ba kung may technology. Di ba, dahil sa ibang country din, mas advanced yung technology nila. So, mas madali lang talaga doon sa ibang country. So, also, in conclusion, globalization in education is highly important because it fosters a broader perspective, cultural understanding, and access to diverse knowledge. So, that's all the globalization and education. Did you understand?
Yes.
How important globalization in education?
Yes.
Yes. Yes?
Yes.
Like, di ba, understand mo how important globalization in education. So now, who among you here can share this idea about how important globalization in education? Okay, Miss Kanyede, can you stand?
The importance of globalization in education. It can give different opportunity for the students to learn more or even advance knowledge about what they're going to learn in the outside country. So, for example, the students who are those Asian students, they learn more or advance in different countries since it exposed more on advanced technology as there are more opportunities outside the country. So, as exchange students, it can help them to grab more opportunities to help them sustain what they learn.
Okay, Miss Kanyede. So, another idea, Miss Katrina.
The importance of globalization in relation to education is, globalization makes us interconnected. And through globalization in relation to education, we can connect education outside we can connect education sa whole world. For example, yung yung si Miss Ara Caliano ng Tagbina National High School, nasa Malaysia siya ngayon, na nag-attend siya ng parang ginanap ng mga leader ng mga paaralan, high school leaders, na nandun sila sa Malaysia ngayon para sa kanilang ginawang simula. So parang gano'n, it is because through globalization. Through globalization, we can apply new knowledge that we will use in the near future para maging successful tayo in the near future, para maka-gain tayo ng new knowledge. We need globalization para din ma-adapt natin kung ano man yung matutunan nila. Tapos kung ano yung natutunan natin, maipasa din natin sa kanila. And that is it for this.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Brendo. So, naintindihan na ba talaga kung gaano ka-importante ang globalization sa education? Okay. Activity naman, di mag-multicultural naman. Ay, sila sila na mag-multicultural. Kaya wala yung kaya magpatay, hindi mo bumihumyak na kami ni Maya.
Hindi man ako nag-iman.
Go!
Now for our activity, I will know your group in some music. Group 1, Make it faster. Everyone, please form a circle Are you all now settled? Okay, now you all now settled? Yes, teacher. Okay, now listen, everybody, listen, everyone. For your activity, get in a one whole sheet of paper or in a one whole sheet of paper, make a graphic organizer containing the pros and cons or the disadvantage and advantage or the favorable or unfavorable effects of globalization. Again, in a one whole sheet of paper, make a graphic organizer containing the pros and cons or the disadvantage and advantage of globalization. You will be given 5 minutes, 10 minutes to finish your work. You may start now.
We have 3 minutes. One minute left. Time is up. Finish or unfinished? Okay, now choose one representative to present your work. You're in front. You're at the group one. Group one, present your work. Good morning, everyone. So we so let's talk about the pros and cons of globalization. So pros, first one, through globalization, there is increase of economic growth. We know that through globalization, nag-increase talaga ang economic growth ng isang country, country to country, through globalization. Then, access to a variety of goods and services. Through globalization, di ba, nagkakaroon tayo na, kumbaga, umaangkat tayo sa ibang bansa ng mga goods or services na, kumbaga, advance sila at the same time, mura at di kalidad. It's because of globalization. Through globalization, nakakapag-angkat tayo. Then, third one, technological advancement. Through globalization, we can say na nagiging advanced yung technology natin. Through innovating, talagang nag-i-innovate yung technology. And through globalization, kung ano man yung innovation na nakuha sa ibang country, nakukuha din natin. Next one, cultural exchange and diversity. Through globalization, we can understand one another, even though we have different cultures and traditions.
globalization, we can be interconnected with one another. Then, job creation and employment opportunities. Yes, through globalization, we can see na marami talaga oportunidad na nangyayari. Maraming oportunidad na ipapamahagi sa mga tao. For example, dito sa Philippines, through globalization, maraming nagkakatrabaho dahil marami ng mga job hirings and opportunities. For example, di ba? Yung English. Yung mga teacher dito, kumbaga, nagti-teach sila, nandito sila sa Philippines, pero nagti-teach sila ng mga estudyante sa ibang bansa. Kumbaga, yun, through online teaching. So, it is because of globalization, the fruits of globalization. And now, let's proceed to the cons of globalization. First, growing economic inequality. Because of globalization, nagkakaroon po tayo ng inequality sa growing economy. Kumbaga, kung sino yung country na, kung kinsa itong country nga kwartahan, musamot o kakwartahan. Kung kinsa itong country nga naglisod, musamot o kalisod. Musamot o kapordoy because of globalization. Next, we have loss of cultural identity. Yes. Because, kasi nga tayo, di ba, mga Pilipino, patuloy tayo na nag-explore. We love exploring the world. And for exploring the world, magiging diverse yung culture natin. Marami tayong natututunan sa ibang bansa na kalimitan ginagawa rin natin. For example, the way the way we dress. It's because of globalization, kaya tayo. Kung walang globalization, siguro, yung suot natin is ano pa rin natin ang culture natin. No? Diba? Dapat as a Filipino, dapat pahalagahan natin yung kultura na meron tayo. But because of globalization, nagiging nakakaligtaan. Kumbaga, mas inuuna pa natin o mas pinapantasya pa natin yung ibang tradisyon kaysa sa tradisyon na meron tayo. Next, job displacement and labor exploitation. Because of globalization, nagkakaroon tayo na maraming oportunidad, di ba? Maraming oportunidad na mga trabaho na makukuha natin. Pero, dahil din sa globalization, mayroon din po itong concept cons. Kumbaga, maraming ang trabaho, for example, sa ibang bansa, maraming trabaho na i-offer sa ibang bansa, opportunities. That's why, kalimitan sa mga professional na nandito sa Philippines, pumupunta sila sa ibang bansa. At doon nag-teach, doon nagtatrabaho. Tapos dito sa Philippines, wala nang natitira. Kasi umaalis sila. Kasi nga, di ba, practicality. Because of practicality, we want to sustain lives. We want to survive. That's why, talagang kukunin natin yung oportunidad na meron sa ibang bansa na wala nang kasunod. Next, dependency on global market. It's because of globalization, naging independent po tayo sa global market. For example, nung may nangyari sa Russia, yung war doon sa Russia, di ba? Ano yung nangyari? Tumaas po yung
Gasolina na.
Basta, it's because of our dependency on global markets. Kasi pag may nangyari sa kanila, maaapektuhan tayo. So, that's all from group 1. Everybody, complete again! Now let us complete group 3. Okay, good morning everyone. So here's our outlook about the pros and cons of globalization. So first is pros. Economic growth.
So in globalization, it can lead to an increased trade, investment, and access to market, boosting economic growth. Di ba kasi sa economic growth is, through globalization is yung trading, like, di ba nag-e-export tayo ng coconut, din ang other countries din is nag-i-import sa atin ng mga products nila. So, next is access to goods and services. So, consumer benefits from wider variety of products and services available at competitive prices. Di ba, mostly, if you know the rice nga, ano gali, na brand, Kuhako, di ba, from Vietnam ba ganun siya, or Thailand ako. So, it is, kanang, ano po sa globalization, it is advantage kasi yung crisis na, rice crisis ng Pilipinas is na nagunan din. Next is cultural exchange. So, globalization facilitates the exchange of ideas, cultures, and values, promoting diversity and understanding among people. Then, cons is economic inequality. So, globalization can exacerbate income inequality within and between countries, leading to disparities in wealth distribution. Di ba mostly sa Pilipinas is palagi tayo nagbibigay ng ideas sa ibang bansa, pero sa atin hindi natin na-apply because of lack of more resources and support of the government. Next is loss of cultural identity. So, as cultures merge and adapt to global trends, there's a risk of losing unique cultural traditions and identities. Kasi di ba yung ibang tao is na-influence talaga ng other culture like sa Korean, di ba, pinapractice na natin instead yung kultura natin. Next, exploitation of labor. Di ba mostly, pag sinasabing Pilipinas is more on nagbibigay, ay nag-e-export ng mga gawas sa ibang bansa. That's all. Thank you. Very good, Group 2. Let's give another 3. Group 3. Let's give another 10 claps for Group 3. Now let's proceed to Group 4.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Globalization process. So our process is access to new culture. Because of the globalization, we can access or discover new culture outside or inside the country. The spreads of technology and innovation. So through globalization, we can we are advanced in technology and we can easily access on it. And then access to new talent. Yes, so through globalization, we can access new talent and develop. Next is avoidance of war. Because of the globalization, we can avoid wars because of the interconnectedness of every country. Next is the better job opportunities. So through globalization, we have a better job opportunities like trabaho in other countries, like caregiver, nurse, doctor. Next is our cons. So loss of cultural identity. So because of the discovery of other culture, for example, here in the Philippines, for example, aesthetic, di ba? Dili na wala na natin na kung ano, for example, mga Pilipiniana, mga ganyan mga culture. Next are concepts. Global expansion difficulty. For example, it's trading here. We have a different time zone, di ba? So, it's difficult dun sa mga mag-expand sa mga business. And also, kanang life po naman ang mga taxes na kubayaran yun.
Yes.
For example, shipping, yan na. And then, sa global expansion difficulties po is language barrier. Because of different, for example, China, di ba? We have a different language. And then, second is poor working conditions. And then increase of migration. So because of globalization, we have an increased migration kasi yung iba, sa iba na, dito na sila nagtuyo. And then global health issues and spread of pandemics.
Very good, group 4. Let's give a hand for group 4. Now let's proceed to the last but not the least group 5. Not the least. So these are the pros and cons of the globalization. Let's start from the pros or the advantages of having globalization. First, we have the job opportunities. Of course, the skill development through global collaboration and new employment opportunities happen because of the globalization. With the presence of different industries, macro businesses, which is big businesses, the job opportunities will grow because the bigger the business, the more employees they need. And then, but on the other hand, the disadvantage of those job opportunities is that it has a threat to local industries, such as loss of traditional livelihoods, undermining of local businesses by global corporations. So, with the presence of those big businesses, the local businesses um, will be nowhere. Then it will go instinct. The next one is the pros of globalization, which is technological advancement, rapid dissemination of innovation, and the access to global information. With the presence of globalization, we will be technologically advanced because all of the inventions that we are using right now are mostly made from China and America and among different countries. Wherein it promotes access to global information because of the presence of internet and the different technologies, we will be able to communicate globally to our loved ones or to other people. We can communicate we can communicate with the people who we want to address to, and also we can gather information from the other countries. We can be updated globally. On the other hand, its cons is that it has environmental impact, increased carbon footprint from global transportation, and exploitation of natural resources for mass production. Since we are growing we are technologically advanced, we also need to exploit the natural resources because as time passes, the people multiplies and we will multiply to millions of population. That's why the exploitation of natural resources will also increase, such as the making of these papers. It will cause deforestation. Next is the cultural exchanges. The pros of globalization is that we can have the sharing of ideas, arts, and technology, and exposure to diverse perspectives of core and organized life. So we will not stay to what we are because we are going to change since there is globalization wherein we can adapt different cultures or different styles, especially in terms of OOC. But then its cause is that is the loss of cultural identity, homogenization of cultures, and dominance of Western values in media and commerce. Of course, since we can see that the other culture is better than ours sometimes, especially in terms of dressing up, we will lose our cultural identity. And of course, sometimes if you are exposed to other setting and you use different language, you will feel that you are different from them. So you will end up adapting what is dominant. Then the advantages of globalization lasting is the economic growth in which it increases international trade, access to new markets and consumers. Of course, with the presence of globalization and the new technologies and the new job opportunities for the presence of macro businesses, we will have this increased international trade. So we will have more investment from the other countries. And of course, we will have access to new markets and consumers. But the disadvantage is that it will lead to economic inequality or disparity of wealth distribution and exploitation of cheap labor in developing countries. Since we are promoting globalization, we cannot say no when other countries are requesting for a domestic helper, right? Just like what happened when Duterte was about to cancel all the transactions to the United Arab Emirates because they are more on cases about domestic violence. But then they approach the embassy and they say that they need those people, they need our people. That is one of the disadvantages because once we are connected to other people or we are connected to other countries, we cannot say no with their request. That's all. Very good. Let us give a hand for group 5. Now, do you want your scores to be announced? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
your scores. Okay, for group 1, they got 95. They explained their work comprehensively. Then the group 4 got score of 92.
Yay!
And then the group 3 got 90.
Yay!
Then group 5 got 97.
Yay!
Good morning once again, everyone. This morning was actually the multicultural literacy. So everyone can read what is multicultural literacy.
It consists of the skills and abilities to identify the creators of knowledge and their interests, to uncover the assumptions of knowledge, to view knowledge from diverse ethnic and cultural perspectives, and to use knowledge to guide action that will create a humane and just world.
So, before we discuss what is multicultural literacy, let's define first is multiculturalism. So, when we say multiculturalism, it refers to a society where many different cultures live together. So, multicultural literacy naman refers to the ability to understand, appreciate, and effectively engage with diverse culture. So it involves recognizing and respecting the cultures differences that exist within society. Diba? As a future teacher, diba? Dapat we teach our students how to respect, appreciate the different culture of our students. Diba? Alam naman natin na ang mga students, they have different tradition, culture, different belief, perspective. So, di ba, dapat, as a teacher, dapat natin ituro sa mga bata kung paano i-respect and appreciate ang different culture para lagi ang teach sa inside the classroom. So, para din, ma-respect natin ang culture ng iba. So, next is multicultural literacy. It brings attention to diversity, equity, and social justice to foster cultural awareness by addressing the difficult issues like discrimination and restrictions towards other ethnicities. So, di ba? Para hindi magkaroon ng mga discrimination kahit bias inside the classroom. Kasi, di ba, napapansin natin na mayroong namumuli dahil iba yung tradition nila, iba yung hiniang inside the classroom, di ba? So, as a teacher, as a future teacher, dapat talaga ikaw sa mga bata kung paano nila i-recognize ang ibang culture. Kasi hindi dapat yung may discrimination sa efficient ako. So, dapat na so multicultural literacy also involves not only acknowledging their culture, but also di kanang i-learn and about their, i-understand and learn about their culture. Kasi, bali as a teacher, if ma-attend ka sa kanang student area nga iba yung traditional culture, di ba kailangan mo i-adapt? Kaya, di ba, i-learn mo, i-adapt mo kung ano yung mga tradition or culture na kailangan tradition nila inside the community. So, para parang wala ganing bias or discrimination. Kasi, for example, teacher ka, hindi ka mo sa tradition, hindi ka musunod. So, may pagkakalang mo parapan ka rin kasi lahat ng tradition, hindi dapat ganyan. Dapat ka lang i-appreciate mo or i-understand mo mali yung culture inside that particular area or community kung asan ka in the future. So, multicultural literacy, that's all. You need to have ability to appreciate and recognize the different cultures para natin ang diverse culture. So, did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, we're going to talk about how our multicultural and global literacy is interconnected. This topic is very important by Miss Maya. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. So now let's discuss how our multicultural and global literacy are interconnected. So it was discussed the global literacy by and the multicultural it was also discussed by so how this social literacy interconnected. So this social literacy have goals which is to help people to understand, appreciate, and engage effectively with different cultures. So everybody can you read the first
Every classroom contains students of different race, religion, and cultural groups. Students embrace diverse behaviors, cultural values, patterns of practice, and communication.
The teacher, so the here in our classroom, we came from different cultures, we have a different religion, and the language we usually speak like Bisaya and Tagalog and Kamayo. So despite that differences, no, we students reunite to share opportunity to learn and grow.
Teachers teachers students that other cultures exist and that this deserve to be acknowledged and respected.
So the teacher in the classroom, we have important role. It's their duty to teach your children that everybody have a different cultural background that needs to be acknowledged and respected. And I teach so do you understand what multicultural and global literacy is connected? For today's, we don't have enough time, so we continue this in Thursday. Fathers and those who learn that to the base of our country.
Okay, now let's proceed to the coordination of multicultural of education. So first, let us know what is a multicultural of education. So the multicultural of education is the nature of this is we exist to address the diversity of students. To embrace the idea that all children are valued, they are worthy of social justice, equality, and equity. So the first dimension is the content integration. From the word integration, it means adding into something. Everybody can do it. Natural.
Infuse
Content
content content integration. Natural infused
Michael, there you go.
Natural integration. Natural infused content relevant to the culture and backgrounds of the students into the curriculum.
So here now in content integration, the teacher will use an example or content from a variety of cultures and backgrounds. So yeah, illustrate key concept, principles, generalization, and theories in their subject area. So it means that sometimes the teacher during his discussion or his discussion, he will integrate some culture background like happy sila para yung mga estudyante nasa idea kung sa practice sa lain cultures. So, di ba, if the students learn aside from their culture, they will earn respect and appreciation for others. Like, I like to say na, ano pa na ko classmate no na, hindi siya mag-fail, ako kita niya na short. Kasi ako yung classmate na, hindi sila pwede mag-have sila ang care. So, the students, so in that case, the students, they will enlighten. And next, the knowledge construction. Everybody can do it.
Refers to the process through which individuals create, interpret, and understand knowledge.
So here, the knowledge is it is all about how people create and understand the knowledge. So it involves recognizing the diverse cultural perspective and social position that influence how knowledge is formed and interpreted. So, di ba, we all know in the classroom, especially in the elementary, the teacher will be the one who gives information to each pupil. So, as a teacher, we should consider the knowledge properly, especially if we're talking about other cultural background. So, we must dig deeper the information, just like stealing information to your friends, just like private society, we should not one-sided. So next is activity pedagogy.
Teachers plan their lesson using various instructional strategies that are beneficial to diverse culture.
So for note, as a teacher, we should knowledgeable enough. We should know a lot of content. We should know a lot of content in order to cater to the needs of the students. So we all know the group of pupils, we have a different styles of learning. So di ba, nakay multiple intelligence. So may mga estudyante na hindi lahat gusto yung math, hindi lahat gusto yung English and yung intelligence. So, in order to cater the students' need, no, as a teacher, we must prepare a lot of strategies. Next is the prejudice deduction. So prejudice deduction students develop appreciation and understanding of other cultures by recognizing negative stereotypes. So here, si teacher is ituturo yung other cultures like para reduce yung stereotype. So the teacher will help students develop positive and democratic racial attitudes that they must appreciate and understand about the other culture. The teacher will make clarify that we have a different values and beliefs and values. So dili dayon so if the students like what I said earlier no if the students learn aside from their culture no they will earn a respect and appreciation to others like hindi agad sila mag-judge. So that's all in the coordination of multicultural education. Yes, nyo po. Did you get it? The coordination of multicultural education. That's you understand about the coordination of multicultural?
Yes.
Balik ka. Sige, balik ka. No, content integration no sa teacher kung mag-talk sa about culture sa lain nga mag-give them
Understanding.
Oh.
Wala akong kopya.
Dayon, ang
Kopya na.
hindi ka magkakatao hatag information sa students without other
Kasi ko pa-memorize.
For example,
Ikat-kat ra na nako. Ang uban. Ang way klaro.
diba? Kung once you're a young student during sa senior high school, then you will know that katong sa isang subject mo yung CSP, will you understand the different cultures, traditions of every individual in the world. So, in USP, UCSP, di ba, nalalaman mo doon na yung iba't ibang country pala ay mayroong iba't ibang tabu. For example, di ba, sa ibang culture, no, tabu, different in say kung ano yung tradition nila. For example, sa Thailand, mayroon ba yun yung kung sino yung mataas yung leeg, yun yung maganda.
Ganda. Oo.
Tapos, for example, dito sa Philippines, kinakain natin ng balot, pero the other country is hindi nila yan kinakain. Kumbaga, iba't iba yung tradisyon natin. So, through multicultural education, we will understand more about their culture and we will understand and appreciate kung ano yung pagkakaiba natin. For example, sa Japan, meron silang festival doon na kumbaga sila magparid o katong dagko kayo mga belly, di ba? Kanang buwan sa lalaki. It's their culture. So, basta sa Japan, katong belly festival. So, in that way, we can understand that, yes, we have different education, we have different culture, so that's why we need to embrace it para magkaroon tayo ng pagkakaisa. Like, the prerogative matubod mo sa Italy, tapos matubod mo sa lahang famous restaurant. Tapos order mo pasta, tapos inahala i-translate, feeling, or yung bawal na sila. Kaya yung gamitin before, quick insult na ilang mag-translate ng pasta. Ako namin sa Italy, matulog Italy,
Ikaw mag-adjust kay ikaw may niadto.
Nasab ka naman gano'n ang coordination or guys. Yeah. So, di ba natay for ka mga group? Pag-grupo na recording. Okay, group 1, group solid talk, 3, 3, 4, 5. Oh, alam pa? 3, 4, 5. Ano ba yung 1? Oh, 3, 5. Sige na, alam mo. Okay, madalo. Sige. Nasaan na? Sige, mabalik ako na.
Our activity this morning is USA tapos learn. Every group will be responsible for delivering a poster on theme of unity in diversity.
Oh, you will do it.
I understand that. After reading,
Earth, water, fire, tapos ang dire sa tumat ay gikan mo ra bitag sila yung
unity, because there's a unity. Morning, everyone. So we are the group one, and here's our output. Diba, ang theme nato is unity in diversity. This output of this output of us signifies the unity among people with diverse culture, religious belief, social status, and other demographic differences. As what you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Diba? So, sa mundo, may kanang 7 famous religion. And ito po yun. First, we have the Hinduism, the Buddhism, the Shintoism, the Christianity, the Taoism, or what we call the Buddhism also, the Islam, and the Judaism. So we have in this religion, different religion, we practice different cultures and traditions. For example, in Christianity, we believe that our God is si Jesus Christ, diba? So the founder of Christianity is Jesus Christ alone. While here in Shintoism, we believe that the power comes from the nature. So nag-pray po sila sa nature. Sa ato, di ba, nag-pray ka kay God alone. Then sila, nag-pray sila sa nature. So, unsay nakita nila sa nature kay we believe that power comes from nature. And this is the, di ba, in Taoism or Taoism, founded by Lao Tzu from China.
Lao Tzu.
He believed, di ba, sa yin yang, there is goodness bisag na. Although kanang sa usa ka tawo bisag usa ka kadaotan lagi hapoy maayo sa imo. Then in Islam, di ba? We know that Islam is the newest religion in the world, pero mo na siya ang ni-arise karon daghan na siya og members. And sa Islam, they believe in Allah. And one of their prophet is Muhammad. Then, here is Judaism, di ba? Before Christ, before the Christianity, we have the Judaism. It is the religion of those Jewish people. And then we have the Buddhism by Siddhartha Gautama. Then, di ba? There is, ang ano kay Siddhartha Gautama is there is peace and freedom for everyone. And then we also have the Hinduism in India, which we believe in gods and goddesses. Diba? Gods in the sea, gods in the wind, the tribals. So in this output of us, in this poster, it tells us that through our subject, it's limited subject,
Basta sa ato ako ang meron nga there is really unity in diversity because even though we have different culture, we have different religion, we unite as one. So that we have we have a good kanang mabungakon nga kaugma. Oy, kapag
Work of Rosemary. So, our task is to make a poster about community and diversity. So, this is our poster. So, as you can see, that our poster. This is the community. So, community refers to a group of people who share the same interests, the same values and beliefs, and often collaborate to reach a common goal. While diversity is the variety of different identities, backgrounds, and perspectives within a community. So, as you can see inside the community, there are different people and these people have different identities and perspectives. And upon embracing the diversity within a community, fosters inclusivity and equity, and also mutual respect, leading to greater innovation. So, whatever differences inside the community, whatever the differences of the people inside the community, if we collaborate together, so we can make a more powerful community, we can make a more innovative community. So we must celebrate our differences and foster understanding, and also build a more stronger and vibrant society for all. That's
Good morning, everyone. So this is our output in poster meeting of group for unity and diversity.
Now there's beauty.
So as you can see, there are different races and flags, behaviors, and cultures. So despite of our differences, we are one. We live as one with another. Even we have a different lifestyle, culture, beliefs, and even we are living in different countries, our purpose in this world is to be one, as one to help each other and promote peace and prosperity in the world. Yeah, because we believe, group 4, we're designed, we're designed made by God to live humble to everyone. We deserve love, equality, and care because we are all human, deserve to be respected, not to bias, but be fair for the betterment in our world.
Wala ko man.
Good morning, everyone. So this is our poster making, which is diversity and unity and diversity. So as what you can see here, this is a globe surrounded by people of different cultures. We have a Muslim, a Christian, and so on. So this shows that in the world, if we act as one, we can make it a whole lot better. So as you can see here, we also have different flags. So this is a flag of China, Japan. This is of Philippines, and more. So we have a lot of countries in which we work together to create this beautiful world wherein we have this, as you can see, our poster is colorful because we want to emphasize that if we act as one, our world is full of beauty and colors in which it does not only signify beauty but also peace and unity. For group one, you got 98. And our relevance of the team nandito. And then the creativity and the originality kasi ginawa ni Kalula yung best niya para ginawa yung libro. And then the clarity of the message well explained ni Ate. Okay, for group or very own country. For group 3, you got 97. And then, nandun din ang relevance of the team. And then, the creativity. Andoon siya. Oh, ang clarity. Oh, nandun din. Because, next by Nicole. Group 4. There. You got 97. And then, that group 5, group of Jessilay 98.
Bias!
Who among you here are familiar with global competence? What is global competence? Kaya tingnan ko sa global competence for you. Your opinion lang. What is global
So global competence is how we understand sa atong kind how we understand the person names or it's how we understand our perspectives and accordance to our knowledge of one's religion, culture, and beliefs. Okay, thank you so much. So global competence is the capacity to examine local and global intercultural issues. Appreciate our perspectives and others. To engage in an open, appropriate, and effective interactions with people from different cultures and to act for collective peace, well-being, and sustainable development. So, in other words, it requires the ability to understand, engage with, and contribute to complex global issues. So, global competence involves skills such as intercultural communication, empathy, critical thinking, and a sense of responsibility towards global challenges. So, an example of global competence is a person participating in international collaborations to address environmental sustainability issues, considering diverse perspectives and cultural contexts while finding solutions. Next, I know that. So, global competence, it encompasses a range of skills, attitudes, and knowledge that enable individuals to navigate complex global and intercultural situations effectively. So now let us move on with what is the OECD Global Competence Framework. So the OECD Global Competence Framework is an educational initiative designed to equip individuals with the skills necessary to navigate
and thrive in an increasingly interconnected and multicultural world. So, what now, OECD Global Competence Framework is a framework for understanding and assessing global competence. So, what was siya? It encompasses the knowledge, skills, attitudes, and values needed to thrive in an interconnected world. So, an example of OECD Global Competence Framework is recognizing perspectives. So, of course, an individual who recognizes the perspectives of stakeholders from different countries when negotiating trade agreement, it demonstrates global competence by considering diverse viewpoints and interests. So, in your opinion, what is the difference between global competence and the OECD Global Competence Framework category?
So in my own understanding, global competence is understanding the different cultures, practices of different people from a global bitaw. And then this global framework is what we call innovational initiative designed to equip individuals necessary to navigate thrive and increasingly interconnected and multicultural world.
So, in simple words, global competence is a broad concept that refers to the ability to understand, yes, engage with, and contribute to complex global issues. On the other hand, the OECD Global Competence Framework, from the work itself framework, is a specific framework developed by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, which provides a structured approach to understand and assess global competence. So next reporter will discuss the four dimensions of OECD global competence.
Morning. Okay, before we proceed to before we discuss the four dimensions of the OECD Global Competence Framework, let me share you something. For the past few years, the OECD or the organization, or what is OECD? Let me discuss and discourse. What is OECD? OECD is Organization for Economic and Cooperation Development. OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. So the OECD has been refining its work to define the roles of education and developing global competence. In simple terms, global competence is the combination of local, global, and intercultural issues across the different cultures or different backgrounds and or in the different issues globally. So the OECD it is an organization. The OECD program for international students assessment or visa, the implement visa, the program for international student assessment. It is the global yardstick for education or for to success in education to include global competence in the metrics of equity, equality, and effectiveness in education. So visa or program for international student assessment is it is assessed in global competence for the first time ever in 2018. And remember how it is assessed on 2018. So now let's move on to the four dimensions of let's move on to the four dimensions of OECD Global Competence Framework. So it seems that we have four dimensions. First dimension is examine local, global, and intercultural includes recognizing the perspectives and worldviews of others, including their beliefs, values, and practices, and how these are shaped by cultures and societies.
The first dimension is we are able to, the global competence students are able to examine local, global, and intercultural issues. This refers to the ability to combine knowledge about the world with critical thinking. Whenever people form their own opinion about the world, about the global issue, about the issue. So, a global competence students can grow and combine disciplinary knowledge and modes of thinking acquired in school, such as asking questions, analyzing data and arguments, and explain phenomena. And we can also assess and analyze critically an evaluate message delivered through media, or they can create a globally competent students can create new media content. And dito pumapasok, in this first dimension, dito pumapasok yung media literacy. It helps develop students media literacy because we will create new media content. So it will help develop their media literacy. So we can say that examining local, global, and international issues with critical thinking because you have to, it is gathering, you have to understand because we have different cultures, we have different practices, but we have different global issues, we have different local issues. So we need to different understanding, we need to critical thinking to analyze different problems and also different solutions. Diba? That is why we need critical thinking. Students in this dimension need or develop their critical thinking. So, second dimension is understand and appreciate the perspectives and worldviews of others. Everybody read.
Central to global competence is the ability to engage with people from different cultures through sensitivity and empathy. This dimension focuses on recognizing, understanding, and valuing the views and experiences of others, fostering an environment of mutual respect and open-mindedness.
So the second dimension is that students were able to understand and appreciate the perspectives and worldviews of others. This highlights the willingness and a capacity to consider the different global problems and multiple viewpoints. Because we have different cultures, right? So as individuals, we acquire knowledge from different cultural backgrounds, from different values, histories, beliefs, communication styles. Diba? As we acquire this knowledge and we recognize that we are shaped by many influences, that our behaviors and practices are shaped by many influences. Diba? We are shaped by the people surrounding us. Then, diba, as we begin to understand, ang mga competent students begin to understand, and then they appreciate the perspective and worldviews of others. Diba, we adapt sa atin, kadalasan is, na-adapt yung mga, ngayon, yung mga kabataan is, mga escaping na kayo sinutan. Diba, it is one na na-adapt na to from different, especially sa, alam mo na, na-adapt na to ang pagkanang escaping. So, diba, from Korea. So, bisan ka ni mag-usahay, bisa magluto lang tao ka na ang kanton, mag-chopstick dahil to at sarunala. So, from Korea. So, diba, naging anak. Even kung grade ka sa uban, ang communication styles nila, diba, ubal sila. Ano yung, diba, even you grade your friendship, yeah, siguro, ano yun, siguro, diba, alam na ako, communication styles nila, yeah, I think diba? So, alam na dahil sila mag-ulit, dahil sila mag-sumunod, dahil sila mag-manood. So, we begin to recognize that we adapt from different cultures. So, the third dimension is we engage in open, productive interactions across culture. Everybody read the third dimension.
This involves the ability to communicate and act in culturally diverse settings in a way that is respectful and effective. It encompasses language skills, nonverbal communication, and the adaptability to use diverse communication styles and behaviors appropriately. So if mention ang global competence students, iba ang opportunity yung students will examine issues global, local, and intercultural issues. Kasi nga, after they examine the different issues, cultural issues, global issues, they begin to understand and appreciate the perspective and worldviews of others. And before we engage, before we understand and appreciate, we engage in an open, appropriate, effective interaction across cultures. So a globally competent people can adapt their behavior and communication to interact with different cultures. So like what I have said earlier, that you can adapt the behavior and communication styles of others. We engage in respectful dialogue and understand the other. So we can engage in respectful dialogue. And that is the way of having an effective communication. And this dimension emphasizes individuals' capacity to bridge differences with others by communicating in a way that open, appropriate, and effective. So when we say appropriate, it refers to the interaction that respects the cultural norms of both parties. You respect their culture, you respect also their culture. That's when we say that you have an appropriate communication. And when we say also effective communication, all participants make themselves understand and understood the other. So when we say you are having an effective communication, it means that you both respect each party and you understood or understand each other. So now let's proceed to the fourth dimension. The fourth dimension is take actions for collective well-being and sustainable development. Everybody read the fourth dimension emphasizes the importance of leveraging global competence to facilitate cooperation and take action on global issues. It involves mobilizing efforts for social justice, environmental sustainability, and collective well-being, demonstrating a commitment to making a positive impact in the world. So the fourth dimension, the last dimension, is that we are able to take actions for collective well-being and sustainable development. This dimension focuses on young people's role as an active and responsible members of society. So are you an active members of your society? Or yes. Or maakit naman ako magkita ng master kay na I say yes. Yes. So, kita, we play an active role. So this dimension focuses on young people's role because we play, it is said that kita ang mga batanon kita ang pag-asa ng bayan. So we play an active role. Kinahanglan mo tawag kita sa atong society. Diba kung sa mga lalo po nakang ka or di, siguro pag disco lang dito, present pinpil, pag pista. So dapat, mutabang ka or na yung mga kanapulot basura, that is one way ng katamang na sa ato ang society, diba? So, and refers to individuals' readiness to respond to a given local, global, and intercultural issue or situation. It recognizes that young people can have an impact or personal and local situations, but also on digital and global issues. Diba, kadalasan wala siguro na makita ang mga batanon, walay gadgets at hindi sila kuan ko diba kadalasan ang naong karon na sa cellphone sige. Wala na diba? Kita sa kadalihok dili pagmawala ang cellphone pangitaon na yan, diba? And also we are that is what we call young people have also impact to digital and global issues. Because in digital kasagaran no diba young people sila tumadugog karon diba ay mga issue about cyber sex kana ang mga ingana sa about sa mga negative impact of using technology. Kasi dahil sa mga batanon, hindi ka masuko sa hinikanan because of mobile legends. Ano ba po yung mga use or mga kuwan sa Facebook na katagian sa doon si mobile legends. Mobile legends ba yan? Siguro na lang niya ako mobile legends ba? Kaya kasi, ako sunod na sa pinarami ako. So, nasa yung impact no? So, a globally competent people are engaged to improve living conditions in their own community and also to build a more just, peaceful, inclusive, and environmentally sustainable world. So kita ng mga young people, iba, need to engage for the improvement of our society. Iba, Anwar, magpisa na lang yung mga isip sa sarali pa ng mga sa mga istorya. Diba, diba, sige, ikaw na sa imong istorya, kung magaling na sa mga
You should first introduce yourself and then the platform, what is your purpose, how do you act?
Kung sa platform o ang imong para makakamang society sa imong imong.
Usually as one of the stewards in my community, the one of the common problem is wala ko. Because my area is rural ba? Access to internet is one of the most common problem.
O, di ba? As batanon, di ba nalingkamot ka nga, usaon yung pagtabang o paglambo para sa inyong barangay. Di ba yun, anak?
And also, ma'am, about school youth.
Oh, di ba naglataw na para sa kalambuan? Di ba naglataw kami kung inyong ibutuhan, naglataw para sa kalambuan. Para sa ato, barangay, nagaan na mo ang inyong mga anak. Dedication, di ba? Mag-uran ng anak, di ba? For development. So, isip ko sa kabatano na, sa tentado nga, para sa kalambuan sa ating society. Di ba? We engage to improve the living conditions of our society. So, also to build a peaceful, para na tayo peaceful and environmentally and sustainable world. So, ang PISA, ang PISA, Program for International Students Assessment. So, it consists of global competence as a multidimensional and lifelong learning goal. So, kani siya nga framework, kaning 4 dimensions of OECD Global Competence Framework of 2018. This PISA consists global competence of multidimensional and lifelong learning goals. A globally competent individuals, if you are implemented siya nga framework, no, if kani ang successfully implemented siya sa mga students, a globally competent individuals, they can examine first, they can examine global and intercultural issues, and then they understand and appreciate the perspective and worldview of others, and then they engage in open, appropriate, effective interaction across cultures, and take action for collective well-being and sustainable development. So do you understand the 4 dimensions of global competence? Yes. Okay. You don't have any? Wala na. Only present ano actually. Sige na. Your